Hey guys. How's it going? Perfect. All right, we can go ahead and just we'll do some warm-ups with a stretch band. Hold on, I'm just grabbing my headphones. Um, Sorry, buddy. Okay, just shoulder width apart. I'll just start taking the arms out to the side. Make sure there's not a lot of slack. Just doing some easy warm-ups here first. About 5 more. And then take them out shoulder height, same thing. Good. And then go ahead and take it around the back. Keep your hands right at your waist and start pushing the hands forward. Five more. Good. And then up overhead just to get into those triceps. So keep it right at that hip and then straighten the arm up overhead. And then we'll do that on the other side. Nice work. And then we'll take the hands out in line with the shoulders again, just a little bit wider. So you can take your hands wider also and stretch all the way out to the side. So when you get to that full extension, reach through the hands toward the opposite walls, just to get that extra little reach in there. Do about 15 of those. Perfect. Grab my notebook. And then just to find your way over to a wall. We'll do just a 1 minute wall sit. Good. And push the low back into the wall. Push through the heels. Halfway, a little bit more than halfway. Nice work, you guys. And go ahead and stand up. We'll face the wall. Just going to do a couple of push wall things here. So you can just bring the torso down in line with the hips and keep the, we're not going to stretch into the shoulders just yet. Keep them in line and start to push into the wall, elevate the shoulders and push down through the feet at the same time. So you want to push into the wall, push those shoulders up and around the ears. Good. Super active, push down, push into. And then relax and sink into a passive hang here. We'll do this a couple of times. And then make it that active position. Push into the floor, push into the wall. Not rounding the back, keep the torso nice and level here. Yeah, a little bit more down shoulders there, Nikki. Looks good. And we'll just take a couple of breaths in that passive hang. Good. And then push wall, push into the floor. Push those shoulders up and around the ears. Push into the wall. And then let those shoulders sink just for a breath or two. And then level up the torso, push wall. This time push down through that right foot and take that left leg straight up behind you. Push into the wall, push down through the foot that's on the floor and reach through that foot behind you. Super active. And bring that foot down and then we'll switch sides. Nice control, you guys. Looks really good. Push. Yes, I love it. Really nice. And then go ahead and bring that foot down. One little sink into that passive hang here just to give those shoulders a little bit of a rest. And then go ahead and walk the torso up. Perfect. We're going to spend a little bit of time on the core. We're going to do our first set of tricep push-ups first, but go ahead and grab 2 blocks. Good. And then we'll start with our first round of tricep push-ups. So you can do this on the knees or straight if you like. You want to, when you're doing these, you want to lean out so that the chest goes in between the hands instead of straight up and down. Make sure you've got that nice diamond shape with the hands. And then you want to lean forward into these. You can also say no, skip things. We'll just do 10. Nice, you guys. Perfect. And go ahead and grab your blocks. So we're going to do some of these. We normally do these, maybe not without blocks, but you want to get the hands between the knees and the hips and lift. And then we're just going to do the swing through here. But this time we're going to do them with blocks. So it may seem easier, but I want you to really focus on crunching the thighs up toward the belly. So when you lift, really pull the thighs toward the belly. All right, so we'll do about 10 or 12 good ones here. Crunch that belly. Keep the hands just between the knees and the hips there. Start in that L-sit lift and then good. Yeah, those look nice. Nice work. And then just come on into a forward fold for a second. That looks good. Go ahead and grab 1 block. We're going to meet up on the back. Bring the block right onto the thighs. And then the backs of the arms are way up on the block. You're going to hold it, straighten one arm and leg. Hold it with the back of the arm, not the elbow. And then the other side. I'm going to keep that block in place. So the side that's holding the block is the one that's getting most of the work here. You really want to crunch it, lift the torso way up, get the whole back of the arm up on the block versus the elbow. Lift up a little higher, Nikki. Oh, Melissa, here, get it like this first. Start with both knees and arms on it first, and then hold it and then straighten one arm and one leg. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Put it this way. Yes, yes, you got it. There you go. You got it. And then hold on to it, get that set. Yeah, perfect. And then your task is to hold that block into place. So the arm and leg that's straightening, they're doing nothing. The arm and leg that's holding onto the block is doing all the work. Good. Good. When you're finished, you can take a rest. Nice, Melissa. Way to work it out there. And then grab both of your blocks. So this time it's just a little bit different. I'm gonna hold on to one block with my heel and my thigh like this. And this block I'm gonna hold here and just tap. We'll just do each side like 10 times. So really push into both blocks. Hold those blocks into place, push into them. Lift up higher, Nikki, so that the knees more over the hips, not so close in. Then you're not really doing anything. Yeah, that looks good, you guys. Good. Push into both blocks actively. Do about 10 each side. Yeah, hold on to that block. Squeeze. Good. Melissa, are those cork blocks? Are those heavy blocks? So yeah, I had some of those, but then my dog chewed them up. So I have lightweight foam ones now that require no effort. Hey guys, go ahead and we're gonna get one block under. We're gonna just play around with this a little bit. I'm gonna put one block lengthwise between my shoulder blades. And then one under my heels. And just lift. We'll hold this. If this bothers the neck, you can always put another block or something under the head. We're going to hold this for about a minute. Get those hips up. Nice. Push into that block through the heels. Good. Pull that low belly in, crunch the hips toward the ribs. Nice little hollow body shape here. Nice. Good. And go ahead and come on down. You can hug the knees to the chest. Take a little break here if you want. We'll do that one more time. Good. And then get the heels on the block. And Melissa, make sure you're lifting the shoulders and everything up off of the mat. Let's go ahead and lift up for a minute. You don't want the block so low that it's doing all the work for you. You want it right up between the shoulder blades. Looks good. Scoop that belly a little bit. Good. About 20 seconds. Push down through the heels. Yeah, good. And come on down. You can go ahead and move the blocks. Bring the knees to the chest. You can just take a little twist here if that feels good or whatever. Drop the knees on over to one side and then the other. Good. And then come on up. You just roll on up. Grab your blocks. You could do this with one block or two blocks. Okay. We're just going to do some of those L sit lifts here. So you can start with one block or start with two. Get those hands right between the hips and the knees and lift. So you want to really point the toes, crunch that belly, and get those hips up in line with your heels if you can. So start with one and then we'll work on two. Low belly. Try not to use just upper body strength or arm strength. Crunch and pull your thighs up. Try to hold it for a couple of breaths. Let's hold that. Nice, Diane. Good. And come on down. Nikki, I see you just using arm strength, pushing and lifting. So I want you to compress more and try to lift the hips up versus push the hips up. Does that make any sense? So instead of just going like that, trying to get them up, lean a little bit more forward, compress here, and let that compression lift the hips up. Stupid hamstring, so over it. Nice. Good. Come on down. Good. Come into as much of a forward fold as you can this time, and then keep that shape and lift. Compress that belly all the way to the thighs. Yes, good. Now keep that shape, Melissa, and lift. Let it come from that low body. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Nice little crunch. Good. And just do a couple more, and we'll get off the wrists here. You're going to need them tomorrow. Good. Try to use that low belly more than the arms, more than wrists, more than arm length advantage. Good. And last one. So if you've only been doing it with one block, go ahead and give it a go with two. Really point the toes. Come into a forward fold first. Plant the hands, glue the belly to the thighs, and lift. Nice. Yeah, you might as well just do it like that, Nikki. Let's do it one leg. All right, go ahead and just let all of that go. That's good core work so far. And then bring the feet together and we'll do those straddle taps here. So just that 5 out to the side, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift it up and pull. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfectly back together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lift it up and pull. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Do about 5 more each side. Squeeze the thigh. Nice light taps. Looks good. Super helpful. Good. Keep that toe pointed. Squeeze the thigh. Like, think you're only allowed to touch the floor with the back of the knee, no other part of the body. Mm-hmm. Good. When you're finished, just hang out in a forward fold for a second. Go ahead and you can do this with one block to start with, and then we'll shoot for 2 ultimately. Just have a seat and bend the knees. And you can put your hands on the floor in front of you or on the other block. We just want to make sure that our hips are higher than our feet here. And then we're just going to do little straddle lifts here. So straighten. If the higher your hands are, the higher your torso, the easier it's going to be. If you do this with your hands on the floor, obviously going to be more of a challenge. So do 10 of these. We'll do a few sets. You can try all 3 options. Good. Nice pointed toes the whole time. Good. And then let's try that with no block for the hands. If you were putting your hands on the block, let's get the hands all the way on the floor. Try to get them nice and flat on the floor, maybe. So now you've got that compression already. Your back is going to be round. So really, this is all going to come from that low belly. Really good compression here. Keep the back round, hands flat, and then point the toes. Perfect little position here. Squeeze the thighs all the way. Good. Try to use the belly, not the legs. If you're just using the legs, they're going to flop down and be tired. So use that. No one in particular. Just use the low belly. Good. And then let's try it with 2 blocks. You're going to sit on 2 blocks. So this will be way more challenging. Now all that compression you already have, just use it to your advantage. Yeah. Super challenging. Good core presence. That's what we'll call it. Super fun. Core is just an acronym for consciousness organized in relation to energy, right? I've told you guys that before. No? Oh, well, there you go. You can go ahead and roll onto the belly, come into an up dog, give those hip flexors a little bit of a stretch here. Should feel pretty good right about now. Yes.
You broke up when you said that. Can you say it again?
Consciousness organized in relation to energy.
Okay.
What if that's all it really meant? Nice little stretch here in the up dog. You can kind of wiggle side to side. That actually feels pretty good right now. Good. And then we're gonna go ahead and lie on the belly. Find a good angle because my dog's in the way. Okay. I'm gonna put my blocks on their high end here. And use your back strength to lift the torso. Let me show you from the side real quick what I look like. And then just start to kind of push one hand away and roll onto that side a little bit. Just moving the block forward. It should feel good. Also really good. A dynamic movement for your upper back. Good. Maybe two more each side. Use that whole back to hold you up versus just hoping that the blocks will do all of the work. And then you can just rest on the belly here. Maybe turn the head to one side. Then we're going to put the blocks out in front and we'll just do some of those Superman lifts here, but moving your arms in and out. So I'm going to start with my forehead touching the mat and lift in a bit, up and over. Do about 10 or 12 good ones here. Bring the palms together when they're in between the blocks. Get that little bit of external rotation. Just bring them like this and then out. You got it. Nice, Melissa. Good. When you're finished, you can come into child's pose. Looks good. We'll take a few breaths here. All right, you guys. So you can start. We'll do a couple. We'll do like a couple of sets each side for the next couple of things that we're going to do. So you can start with one block if you want, and then maybe ultimately the second time around you can use two. I'm going to start with two. So for this first little thing we're going to do, this is my right arm, my right forearm, and maybe I will start with one. And my left foot are going to lift. And I'm just lifting everything up, okay? And I'm going to tap my foot. Bring your foot up to tap. You can bring the hip all the way down and then lift, nice crunch, and tap, and then down. Lift, pull that foot towards you, tap, bring the foot down and the hip down. It's a nice methodical movement. Lift the hip, tap, foot down, hip down. Good. Bring the foot towards you rather than reaching for it. Are you okay, Melissa? Nice. Bring the hip all the way down each time. So you've got that nice side body crunch and then tap. I have the leg that's straight. I have my foot almost out in front of me already. So it gives me a little bit more balance instead of having it in line with my foot. Do 10 on the other side when you're done. Good. Really move methodically. Crunch the whole side body in. So you're not just making the shoulder do all of the work here. Crunch into the side body. Lift the hips first, then pull the foot towards you. You can do this even off a block, Melissa, if you want to, the first time around to see if that works. Is that better? Yes. And then tap. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? This isn't a strength thing because I know how strong you are. This is a get used to this movement thing. Yeah, better already. I think it's better with your foot on the floor. Good. Use the side body to lift the hips. Fine with me, Nikki, bringing the knee to the elbow. It's good modification. Just make shit up. That's fine. Use your core, not your hip flexors for everything. Good. If you've done 10 already, take a break and then we'll do the other side. Yeah, I don't mind that modification. Yeah, Melissa, if you want to try it like that too, maybe that would work better this first time around. I don't know what is going to work and what isn't half the time, you guys. So if you want to do this instead, that's fine too. But make sure you bring your hip down each time and then lift and then crunch it and then bring it down. So we're going to flip on over, do this on the other side. You try it with 2 blocks this time, Nikki. If you want, Melissa, you can keep your foot on the floor or try it with 1 and see if that works. Good. Just notice how many parts of the body are touching the floor before you lift. You've got an arm and a whole leg and a hip and a foot. So you're just lifting those hips up by pushing down through everything else that's on the floor. Perfect, Melissa. Yeah, so it just takes a little bit of just a little couple of tries before it makes sense. Mm-hmm. Use that side body, crunch it, use those hips. Yeah, really nice. Super fun. Yeah, try the other side. You got it. Just being aware of what is happening versus, just trying to do something, just like always. I like these a lot. I think it's good overall strength. Okay, then we're going to move on to the next thing that we're doing here. This time you're going to start with your hand and a knee. You can start with 1 block or no block also. I'll start with the 1. And just figure out where you want to have your block and your foot in line. You can kind of reach up first, and then you're going to push and lift. This will be the last thing we do on the wrists. So you just have 1 foot on the block and 1 hand. Use that core to pull you up. Push through the foot. Good. Lift up the other way. Try to lift up more into a tabletop, Nikki. So you're pulling the hips up into a tabletop shape rather than forward. Yeah, you got it. You don't have to bring the knee and the elbow together at all. Nice, Melissa. You could start on the knee if you wanted to, up on the shin, up here, so that you're really just like you can reach up and then just pull that. You're just pulling that hip up. And that'll give you, then you're a little more compressed. Yes, 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 good. Yes, 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 I love it. Really squeeze into your center when you do this. Let your center do all of the work. Mm-hmm. Good. And then reach all the way up, Nikki, get a nice little stretch, and then come down and push and lift. Yeah, should feel pretty good. Oh, very nice. No, not nice. No. Well, these are good for you. You feel it in your side body? Yes, yes, yes. That's exactly where we want to feel it for sure. Yeah, perfect. Good. We'll do that. We'll do that one more time each side. For sure. I'm gonna do it with two blocks. Ooh, definitely a side body crunch killer. Nice. Yeah, yeah, you got it. And then we'll do that second time on the other side. I love it. Nice work today, you guys. You got it, Melissa. I love it. Mm-hmm. Good. And we'll just go ahead and come on into a straddle. Should feel pretty good right about now. And go ahead and bring the torso up and we'll pivot over the right leg and come on back down. And bring the torso up, swivel over the other leg, and come right back down. Perfect. And then go ahead and bring the torso up. We're going to slide on over to the wall. We'll finish with a little bit of resistance work. This should feel pretty good on the hips right now. So I'm gonna be shin distance away from the wall, actually not too close, but I want to be able to push my foot into the wall, bring the other ankle on top of that left thigh, my left foot's on the floor. And we'll just start with a little bit of that resistance. I'm going to push into my knee and push back with the knee. You'll feel this start to incorporate that whole hip chain. Lots of resistance. Push into the wall and then release everything. We'll do this about 10 times. Push into the knee, resist back with the knee. You'll start to feel that move into the low belly. Lots of resistance. That right arm should be straight. And then release, maybe move away from the wall a little bit, Nikki. Good. And then push into the knee, resist back with the knee. You got it. Lots of resistance. And release. And resist. And release. And resist. You'll feel more muscles being recruited each time you create that resistance. Go ahead and release. And resist. Push the knee towards you. And release. This is also really good for opening the hips too. And resist. And release. And one more time, resist. Push and resist. Push that knee towards you more than you think you can. And release. And then just keep that shape and pull the knees towards you so you can come into that stretch here. You can slide that right hand between the thighs and onto the back of that left one and pull them towards you. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Back of the thighs or even around to the front of the shin. Nice little release for the hip flexor after a lot of the compression stuff we did today. And then let's go ahead and do that on the other side. Push actively through the right foot. Good. And we'll do that first round of resisting here. Push into the knee, resist back with the knee. And release. and resist. And release. And resist. And release. You've got it. And resist. Slowly feeling more muscles being recruited each time. And release. And resist. And release. Resist. Good. Really push that knee in more. And release. 2 more times. Resist. And release. Last time. Really push and resist. And release. And then come on into that nice stretch here. Slide that hand through the thighs and pull the knees towards you. Should feel pretty good. Nice work, you guys. And then you can roll on up and we'll do our last set of tricep push-ups. So just bang out 10. Skip them if you want, but bang out 10. You got it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.